All right. Welcome back to Geekset Rewind, our exclusive rewatch and recap show that we are doing. And today we are going over the Blackening, man. Hey.
Hey, you do like.
That was my black.
I'm gonna amplify
that.
that.
Was my black horror.
I'm gonna turn that extra spooky on that.
That was my black horror.
The episode now.
Black horror voice, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
I don't want to review it.
No.
This was another movie we got to see early. You know what I'm saying? We got the early screening. You know what I'm saying? We got to talk to the actual director, writer of the show.
I don't think he directed. I think he just wrote it.
He just wrote it. Okay, so we take it back. So we got to talk to actual writer, Dewayne Perkins, and you know, this was one of those movies. You know, before we get into the synopsis and breaking it down, that I was excited for because it gave me like the scary movie, the haunted house vibes,
it was
and everything
there.
like that. And I was like, yo, we haven't had a good black horror comedy in a while.
Yeah, I mean, I don't honestly until I think what Meet the Blacks.
Meet the Blacks, yeah,
was probably like the last.
Was that the last one? Somebody when we were who was that who was talking about Mike Epps one? Was that
That's
Meet the
Meet the
Blacks?
Blacks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was the last one.
Yeah,
So I'm like, I feel like that's the last. Definitely, that's in that realm of like comedy horror.
Yeah. So, and the trailer looked really hilarious. The cast was extra fire. So, yeah, let's break this down. Let me get into the quick synopsis, and we can go over this. And then remember,
Before the synopsis, hey, this is all spoilers.
All spoilers.
All spoilers.
All spoilers. All right. So. The Blackening centers around a group of black friends who reunite for a Juneteenth weekend getaway, only to find themselves trapped in a remote cabin with a twisted killer. Forced to play by his rules, the friends soon realize this ain't no motherfucking game. This is the actual synopsis. Just want to let you guys know.
Fuck with
it. Directed by Tim Story in Ride Along, from Ride Along, Think Like a Man, and Barbershop, and screenplay and screen story by Tracy Oliver and Dewayne Perkins. The Blackening skewers genre tropes and possesses the sardonic question: if the entire cast of a horror movie is black, who dies first? I like that synopsis. I ain't gonna hold you. I like that.
That synopsis is great, but to answer that question, the famous black people.
The most famous black people.
So that's funny though.
Yeah.
Like when you really bust it down.
Yeah. So
which was they pointed out in the beginning. Like
I was gonna say. So the movie starts off, and it starts off with Yvonne Orji setting up this weekend for her friends, right?
Yeah.
And her and Jay Farrell, their characters are in a relationship, and they're at this house, and she was like, you know, they're friends from college. She's setting it up. Obviously, it's in a cabin, which already right off the top, what I love about this movie, this is what I told the director. I said, for this to be a black horror movie,
the writer,
everything that when black people watch horror movies, like, I wouldn't do that. I'm not going to do that. I wouldn't be in that scenario. They gave us. They made us do it.
Yeah,
because it's like a cabin in the woods. When black folks think about getting together, I can't think of one moment where one person was like, "Hey, let's get a cabin, let's go up to the woods." Like,
I mean, I think it was really funny too because I mean, like the trope of the movie Cabin in the Woods, you know, the actual movie. Yeah. So, but you heard that phrase so much in here where niggas is like, "A cabin in the woods," like that's what she picked. Right. Who the fuck does this? Like,
but it would be her ass.
It would be her. The cabin in the woods.
You know what I'm saying? So they find this game room, but they find this creepy ass Sambo blackface style game.
I definitely didn't expect it to go the way it went. Because I saw it, like, oh, they finna be on some racist shit.
I did too.
Like, when I saw that toy, and I really didn't see the trailer, so when I saw the toy,
I saw the trailer. But I saw it a long time ago.
Yeah, like so when they opened the box, and I'm like, fam, it really brought the name out. You know what I'm saying? Like it really brought the name out. I'm like, this is what we all own.
This is what we own.
Like this is what y'all own. Because it would have been definitely funny if they was like that motherfuckers turning motherfuckers to coons or some shit. Like if it would have been somebody really like a spirit out here on your ass. Like
now. Opening scenes in horror movies, they always have that trope, right? Where it's like, okay, because they choose to play the game, and then they play the game, and it ends up being deadly. You know what I'm saying?
You get the dialogue. You pretty much get the dialogue and the premise of the story.
How did you like this opening compared to like other horror movie openings? Like, you know, think about like Scream. You know, when they call it like.
I think this was actually because this was to me was a great homage to Scream.
That's what I thought too.
Because that's how they talked about it, like how. When they were, like I said, when they were pretty much talking to each other about black people dying, like they were doing the conversation, like because they were in the cabin in the woods, like they were out there, so they were talking like niggas being out in the woods, like why? And then they had the Scream reference because they were playing the game.
Yeah, they was playing the game.
So that's where so they got the screen. We're talking about what's her name?
Drew Barrymore.
No, not Drew, but they were saying it too.
When they brought up Drew Barrymore, they was talking about. That's when they were talking about
question.
getting the one that's gonna kill the budget out first.
Oh yeah.
So that's
Well, beforehand, we got to talk about because when they chose to play the game, the question was, in black movies, the black person always dies. Who was name some black people who didn't die in a horror movie, right? And so they start, and so he had named, I forgot who he named, Jay Farrell named, and Yvonne Orji's character was like, nah, it was like they was the first people to die, and she was like, she made the joke like,
Sean and Morgan are their characters.
Yeah, Sean and Morgan talk about that, and she said they probably died because they didn't have the budget to keep them in the whole movie.
Yeah, it was, matter of fact, it was Jada Pinkett. It was Jada Pinkett. It was somebody else.
Was it Kelly Rowland?
Was it no?
They did say Jada Pinkett. It was somebody else.
No, LL.
No, it wasn't LL.
The black person, but nonetheless, like I said, that's what jumps into that first, because then they realized like, oh shit, like we made, because they were the most famous people in this movie for sure, right?
Yeah, so that's what made it. That's what said it made it. That's what said that they broke the wall. Like if you pay attention to the movie, they broke the wall. You looked at the camera where you already knew like y'all about to die.
They about to die. They about to die, right? So they get taken out. So then it cuts to the car scene with some of the cast already. Dwayne's character. I forgot the other. Matter of fact, let me pull up the cast on this one real quick.
I got the names.
Yeah, because
Dwayne. Was it Lisa in the car with him?
I forgot what was the question?
Allison. So it was Allison in the car. Dwayne was in the car. Yep, Lisa was in the car. And
there was only three in her car. Remember, because Dwayne.
Yeah. You're right. Yep, I'm just saying that. Yeah, because they was in the car talking about leading up to the cabin and everything. That's when they was questioning like, why would she get a cabin? Yeah, and then you know what I'm saying. And then this is when we started seeing like there may be a little bit turmoil in it because they was like, wait a minute, y'all told me it was going to be 7. How many people was? It was
supposed to be 10. 9. They said it was 10 when they were driving.
Yeah. He was like, y'all told me it was 9. He was like, who all coming? Which another black trope.
It's like the who all gonna be there.
Who all gonna be there? You know what I'm saying? And obviously, like I said, also we also got, I guess there's mine. Like
I think that's
the look.
That's just
like what that look means.
Oh yeah, I love it. I love the demand in that truck.
Later in the movie,
the ending. The ending one.
Not give it away.
The ending one was way.
But like that was that first moment that we see like, oh, okay, so the ladies they done synced up. They can understand each other. Because the way was like I see y'all looking at each other. What y'all talking about?
And it's funnier because it's like you really. I feel like I know as men do it, but women I always feel like had that they really have a conversation and look at each other.
That's so much funnier when it came back.
And
yeah.
Like when we get to the tape when it came back, that shit. But
so then they cut to when they cut to the other lady.
Yeah, they cut to her at the gas station.
Yeah, because first then we get introduced to Shanika played by X Mayo, which she been killing it lately. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
The actress, she been killing it lately.
And
Clifton, played by Jermaine Fowler, right? We get introduced to them because she's stopping at the gas station. Get excited to see some rap snacks. We see some clearly at that point. I'm like, these niggas is about to be the niggas that's killing people. The white boys,
the white dudes,
the white dudes. Like they was the creepy white dudes.
I thought we was either finna. What I didn't. I thought we was finna get the actual hard, like the real hard trope where it's like,
don't
where
go
y'all,
up there.
where y'all going to? Like you know what I'm saying? And they describe the house. They be like, oh, you talking about that whole house?
You talking about old Atkinson house?
Yeah.
Don't go to Atkinson.
Yeah, that's what I thought we was gonna get. You know what I'm saying?
That would have been funny.
Yeah, but we see that we get introduced to Clifton, whose car broke down. He's like, man, I don't got the gas.
They didn't have to come at Clifton for the Android either.
Well, I mean, but that's black tropes.
That's
why I love it. Black people act like look
She was like, nobody got that
shit.
It made me so dumb.
But it was the way they kept on going to bat because, like I said, so we get that quick scene of them, they interaction. She like, look, I'm gonna help your ass because he's like, I'm trying to get to the party. You know what I'm saying?
She didn't even know he was supposed to be there. That was the funny part.
Right.
I thought that was the 10. Like when Dwayne was, because remember they kind of said him. So I'm like, damn, he must have fucked with Clifton. Maybe so.
I thought it was too. I thought
you definitely immediately thought Clifton was the problem that they didn't want there. Like,
that's what I thought. I was like, I see why. I mean, he's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, he was supposed to be the lame of the crew or whatever, something like that. So then we come back to when they pull up to the house. We get introduced to Melvin Gregg's character.
Yeah, King,
and then because he's talking to the police officer, obviously, there always got to be a soul police officer.
Oh yeah.
And again, Black Tropes, he's like, "What y'all doing here?"
Officer
like,
Whitey.
Officer Whitey.
Which is hilarious.
Then we get introduced to what was the black dude.
Oh, Nigel. That's when Namdi came out.
Namdi, yeah.
Because that's when he come out. Then we
said Elijah.
No, I said Nigel.
Because we get introduced. I guess we get the first like really understanding of what this is, right? Obviously, there was some. At that point, we knew that somebody was in a relationship with them at some point.
Yeah.
But then we realized the like, oh, Dewayne don't fuck with bro because he did old girl bad.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's his best friend.
That's his best friend.
Dewayne and them are best. Yeah. So I mean, you could tell there was a lot of tension in their relationship.
A lot of tension in that relationship.
Which is, it's that we ain't seen each other since college.
Mm-hmm.
We ended on beef. I went about my life. I don't really fuck with you because I just went about my life. Now I gotta see your ass again.
Yeah, right. And you know what I did love about the one black trope that they didn't do, but I did like. I was like, oh, all right. One, when people first get in, that one exploring the house, checking everything, picking the room, but also getting turn up ready because Melvin Gregg went in immediately started getting the drinks ready. Remember they was getting ready to set the spades game. They already immediately started talking shit like, oh fuck that, like, y'all ready to get in on these spades games?
Right,
like, let's go. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, that's
Melvin Gregg.
Like I said, this whole movie was black tropes.
King was doing bogus shit with that Kool-Aid.
Hey,
that drink.
It was pure vodka,
and it was funny because it's always some nigga like, bro, you just really drink this shit? Like, I drink. And you gotta think of it's a reunion. Like, what I do love is, I think finally watching something like this is you get a better idea if you do like a black movie what kind of black people like the tropes like older white movies you always like the jock and the you know what I'm saying, but these were like regular like niggas, you know what I'm saying. Also, it wasn't a lot of like school tropes or whatever. It's like, you know this was a player nigga. You know this was like the wild, you know what I'm saying? Like,
what also made it dope with that is you got the look of, bro, when you just around your people.
Yeah.
This is, everybody, how they often act.
Yeah, you know how they often act. You know what everybody doing because like I said, like, and then even just like that trope of, being changed from who you are, right? Because like I said, they kept on referencing how King, like you ain't got a hood nigga, you like King was a hood nigga,
like a hood nigga with a white girl.
He reformed.
Like, I mean, that's what I said. Those were the tropes. It's like, it's the nigga who got the white girlfriend. It's the mixed girl. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm
saying?
You had the gay friend that like everybody cool with, but like everybody expecting them to be over the top. He was like, because like even with that, when it came out that, you know what I'm saying, old girl and old boy was still fucking around, he was like, oh, what y'all just expect? Y'all waited for me to respond? Like, fam.
That's what I'm saying. But I love it because it's like, I think what people don't realize is like that really, like having those, like how they was everybody was pretty much ribbing everybody.
They was ribbing.
Like so whether we ask you about your mix, we gonna rib you about your mix shit. We ribbing your gay ass. We ribbing like everybody ribbing. We ribbing your like, and it's like that's what I said. Like people, that is real like black. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit, like that PC shit that we be trying that the world be trying to have out.
But see, that's why
when
you gotta have
with your niggas, we ripping your ass.
That's why you gotta have black writers and directors and everything with it.
See, you was talking about when Dewayne found out that Namdi and was it Lisa, right?
Yeah.
They were still fucking. He was like, oh, y'all thought I was gonna wild? He go up. She was like, oh, it's about to kick in right
now.
Wait,
hold on. We got to talk about it because like when first he confronts her about it, like, this nigga ain't shit. He wasn't shit, y'all. Because apparently this is an off and on relationship with her and bro. So he was like, every time I'm here, and she was like, so she was like, look, close your eyes, breathe. I'm thinking it's gonna be some like mental health shit, and then she pop a Molly on him.
When it kicks in, the next scene,
bro, he dancing, he going crazy. He taking his shirt off,
turned all the way the fuck up, fam.
The fuck up,
like they like, and that's what the motherfuckers was ready. Like they was still taking bags out the motherfucking car, popping my like, bro, you ready? Right, that's what I'm saying. Like you said, the party started the moment we get there,
because like I said, they was on the spades game because that's when everything started kicking in with everybody. Like, they was on the spades game going crazy. You know what I'm saying?
That was the first time Clifton was like, hey, and to the
foresight with the writing.
That with the writing, but just to typical ass black shit.
Yeah.
Bro,
nobody want to teach him.
I need to learn how to play spades. she tried to pass it off to the dude so quickly.
Well, it made sense. It makes sense what she said because like he was like, yo, he was like, I'm down to play.
Yeah.
And she was like, you know how to play? He was like, I mean, I played it once, which also when we get to the reveal, I like how like
the foreshadowing,
because he literally, like we'll get to it. I want to give it up, but like saying he was like, yeah, saying I want to play, and she was like, look, it's guys versus girls, so you got to have your own kind teach you. And they was like, nigga, we ain't teaching you. Like black people, nobody ever want to teach nobody how to play spades. Like, quick question, how did you learn how to play spades?
Watching my grandparents, like my grandma at my grandma's house, watching the big table, like my dad and everybody, playing, waiting to get on the table. Like, when can I play? Save a dominoes, nigga. Like, I learned how to play watching niggas play.
Spades. That's the first time I got called a bitch ass nigga. I was like 9.
Bro. The first time you sat at the big table of spades,
bro, how nervous was you? The bitch ass nigga is top tier disrespectful.
Like,
how nervous was you when you finally got the chance to sit at the big table to play the spades?
I couldn't even remember. I think I only played the big table maybe when I turned like 19 or 20. I think it was the first time I really got to the big table.
Now was it you and B? You and a family
B
member?
Because B went on the big table. Because B would have been only like 15. They would like, you got to be 18 and up, nigga.
Who was your spades partner? Do you remember?
I think I played. I don't remember playing back then.
That's the thing, bro. Spades is such a serious thing, bro.
But it really is. Like it really was. But I do because I definitely remember playing. I remember. I think I played with my uncles. I know I played with my. But I remember the energy of like getting to my grandma's house, like I want to play.
Yeah.
And it was like, but everybody was like, we ain't that play with you, nigga. Who your partner finna be?
Right. I remember my first time on the big table. Me and Stro, we used to bug the shit out of Joey and all of them, and just like, hey, don't let us play. We were playing what I got. I was 13. Them niggas hit a Boston on our ass. So much shit. I was like, I don't want to do this no more.
Yeah, because and Joey and Freddie, them niggas play. They be serious too. Like that's the only way you learn. The only way you can learn is you got to get on that table, and it's sink or swim. And
it really is. Like you
got to be able to weather a whole lot of shit talk. Because if you can't take the shit talk, you ain't getting back on them tables.
When a nigga start hitting heat, bitch.
Yeah.
You just do it.
And that's what's so crazy. Like spades and dominoes is such a disrespectful game. It don't gotta be. Like it don't gotta be.
You know why it don't gotta be? Because the sound aspect. There's no sound aspect to cards. It's literally. But no, black is.
I really think it's the betting aspect of it that makes it so vocal and aggressive. Because you really got to work with your partner. Like, what do you got, nigga? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, and a nigga got to really know his hand. Like, so it's like. I think because you really can't talk.
You can't talk off the board. No talking.
So it's like y'all go 7 or whatever, and then you realize like, dog, we're not finna get this 7. And like, you know what I'm saying? If one of you, the moment one nigga acknowledge, like recognize that you not finna get this,
a hurtful feeling when you know you about to get set.
Yeah. And you know the other nigga fought too, probably like when you know like, dog, you told me you had 4. What you mean?
You know what? I think what also makes it frustrating.
Don't let a nigga tell you like that was the one I was doing.
Bro, what also makes it frustrating is because you can't talk over the board, and because this is a strategy game, I have a strategy and you got a strategy.
And you gotta hope
it syncs up.
That's why you gotta have a partner. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have somebody you do play with so y'all know how to play with.
At the very least, you just gotta really know that person. But you can get away with it.
But the denial of him being able to play at the games, that's when everything kicks off. The power goes out and everything like that.
And that is true.
I didn't know it happened there.
Soon as he said, bro, you gotta get your own kind, we ain't gonna do it, and they're playing like, and he was like, all right. And then,
fam, I have to say though too, because Clifton was actually fucking hilarious.
He was
like being in the background and like when they came down, because when she came down, she said, yeah, we when he came down, she said, you smell like sex.
Well, hold on, first thing first, because also second black trope that was like, hey. When Dwayne was in there in the laundry room changing his clothes and that motherfucking door opened, instead of like he didn't do the go out there and say what that nigga said. Close that door. Let me go ahead and close that door real quick. Like fuck it, that's all I need to know. But then that's when old girl popped up with Clifton and everything. Because remember that's when how they got there. They came late.
They also during all of that, that's when
old
Lisa
girl
and Namdi
they snuck off.
They was snuck off to go smash.
They snuck off to go smash. So when him and her and Clifton walked in, she was walking out, and when they hugged, she said, "Man, you smell like sex."
Yeah.
And she was like, "Oh, that's who you." She was like, "This." She was like, "Oh, that's who you was doing." And then when they walked past, Clifton was like, "I kind of smell. I smell the dick too."
Bro, I mean, I was like,
so hard. I smelled the dick too.
It was just because they really was like, who the fuck invited dog? Like niggas really didn't know. And I think because what's in them gone?
Yeah,
like what's in them gone? So
they couldn't remember his name. They was calling him all types.
They was like, they was like, matter of fact, even when they had the moment, they were like, oh, I remember you. You was from school.
Yeah.
Like, the most basic shit.
Which is crazy because y'all knew y'all there from school. Y'all knew y'all there from niggas. Y'all knew it was school.
Y'all like, bro, like y'all really didn't know this nigga.
They did not
and
know
it was
this
funny
nigga.
though because y'all knew him though. Because like I said, when she ran to him at the gas station, like you know this nigga.
Yeah.
You just don't know this nigga.
Yeah,
Like
you don't know this nigga. Yeah. So when it kicked off, like I said, they King was like, I gotta go find the motherfucking fuse box and shit like that. So they end up going down to the
yeah, that was it. And they started the trope because everybody stuck together. There ain't no splitting up.
Ain't no splitting up.
It's like so they all together
went down to the basement. You know what I'm saying? And then they found this game room. They see the Sambo game while they're walking. Lisa.
No, it might have been Lisa. They found Morgan's earrings.
Morgan's earrings, Avant Orgy's earrings, right?
Remember her earring was also one of the
game
pieces. Yeah,
game pieces, right? So when they get down there, the door locks. They check. They like fuck it. The door locks, and then the game starts talking. And they was like, well, fuck it. I mean, they think it's Avant Orgy's character setting up the game because the whole reason that they was there to turn up and play games.
Yeah. So
You know
I
what I'm
mean,
saying?
What got them to actually play was remember that the screen popped on. That's when they saw her.
Well, yeah, I was gonna get there, but I'm saying like what I was talking about, like the whole reason why they was there for the weekend was to turn up and play games. So when the door locks and they realize they can't get out, the screen turns on. You know what I'm saying? Well, first the game talks, and they're like, all right, whatever. But then, hold on, you jumped ahead because they play the game first. When they realized they're like, oh, all of our clips, all of our pieces
match up.
Yeah,
so they was
I'm
like,
getting so lost on how y'all describe like going through them.
Yeah.
Dog,
so that's what I'm trying to get to. All right. So when the door locks, the game first says want to play the game, and they're like, "What the fuck is this?" They're like, "This is probably her playing, right?"
I thought they actually got to it and actually looked at the game. That's
They did.
Before he even spoke, though. That's when they found out all the pieces matched and all that. Then they like kind of like spoke to him.
Either what? So, I mean, it was all within the same scene. I don't know which one happened first, but I know that the door locked. They realized the pieces because once. This is how I recollect it. The game talk said you want to play the game, right? And at first they like, no, we ain't gonna play the game. But then when they realize the pieces are the same, they like, oh, this is Morgan fucking with us. Let's play it. But so that's when they started. They asked the first game. They're like, how they know if we for real here? They were like, we ain't about to play this shit. Then the TV comes on and they realize, oh shit, this is real. Fuck it, we gotta play it for real. That's how I recollected it.
I mean, I feel like it was when they stopped playing. Like they was like they had a couple of questions. That's how we started seeing. You know, they
definitely asked a couple of
then
questions.
it was when they was done. It was like I think he said something to them about what's the name. Somebody died. That's when they were like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Yeah.
And that's when, so
you're
then
right.
You're right. Yeah, because they were playing for a while. They were like, "This is just getting like you're saying
it's getting stale."
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You're right. Because
that's how we started getting. That's when we really got all of the black inventors, name 15 inventors. Like they was really doing. They was running that shit off.
Yeah, because
that's where we got the NAACP.
Yeah, we got the NAACP joke was hilarious. Like, niggas at Applebee's cooking pasta,
cooking pasta.
So ridiculous.
Also, so the one that I was like, oh shit, literally was the lift every voice and sing second verse.
Yeah, that was wild. That was wild.
Did you know that?
I was like, no, I ain't a fan, nigga. Hell no. I didn't know it was 17 verses, nigga.
I was like, I don't know that one. I don't know that one.
And that was like, that was funny because they was really at the crunch. And I'm like, bro, when she started singing, I'm like, I still don't know what this lady's singing.
Yeah,
like,
the question that made them quit that they got stumped on was there was like, all right, the show Friends, notoriously known for being predominantly white.
They answered it.
They answered it because
they got the question wrong.
I would have got that one wrong. The only one that I literally knew was Gabrielle Union.
So I guess technically they got it right because you're the first. Nigga, I don't watch Friends. Like,
I mean, yeah, I probably would have said that. My real life answer.
That was funny though.
My real life answer would have been Gabrielle Union, but nigga, I don't know who else because I don't really watch that shit like that. Right?
You have an answer. He might
nigga. The fact that the little motherfucker yelled back at them like wrong, like he must have been.
He said wrong. He was supposed to say, nigga, I don't watch that shit. I watched it was wrong, nigga. I don't watch that shit. I watch Living Single.
Yeah. Like, no, and it was the fact, like they was really thought they had that shit. Like they got like, because it was funny when you think about it, because they did do what Rudy did.
Yeah.
Everybody who named somebody was like,
one.
I don't ever really watch it, but I do remember this one time.
Yeah, I remember
what's name was on. Everybody was saying it like that, like you know,
like that, and he was like wrong. And so that's when it kicks off. That's when they realize, oh shit, this is not a game. You know, because we thought we knew, but like the way they did it, you know, they killed Jay Farrell's character first,
right?
And Yvonne Orji's character did the trope of Morgan's character, like she got dragged away,
right?
Obviously, we're assuming that she got killed, but she didn't, and everything like that, right? And so they say
they had a little bit left in the budget to show her a couple more times.
Dude, it was fuzzy screen. You couldn't barely see it.
Yeah. So they was like, "Fuck, this shit's real," and they was like, "Yo, that was bullshit." He was like, "All right, well, I got one more question for y'all." Then he was like, "We can let you. We can."
Yeah, that's when they picked somebody that died.
Who's the blackest? Like like the trope in bed that was always the black character dies first, but being that everybody's black. If y'all had to choose who's the blackest person, that's when they break down everything. They was like,
that's when they was going crazy. They told not bro, you from the motherland.
You are from the motherland.
As he was talking,
it was like, nah, we talking about the blackest though. No.
Yeah, we gotta slow that part up because. As he was talking, and I'm watching it, I said, "Nigga, you the darkest nigga here, bro." Because he was like, "We ain't about to play this game. Talk about the blackest. How do you even choose that?" I'm like, "Nigga, it's you."
What they called it? They said he was.
You originally out the package.
Yeah, originally out the package.
You out the package, black nigga. And so then he deflected. He was like, "No, what about King?" He was like, "Nigga, you a gangster. You like you don't want the gun." He was like, "Nigga, no." He was like, "I don't do that shit." He was like, "I'm married to a white lady." They was like, "Nigga, that ain't helping your case at all." And then he was like, "What about old girl? She say nigga the most." Cause like she,
she like
nigga. And then she was like, "What about you?" She was like, "Every time y'all roast me, it's about how white I am, but now conveniently,
really, yeah.
You know what I'm
saying?
That's
why he was like Dwayne. Like I said, Dwayne's was the funniest film because that motherfucker said, just like my parents said.
She reflected to Dwayne. She was like, "Nah, what about Dwayne?" He was like, "What the fuck you talking about me?" She was like, "You all about mental health and everything." He's like, "Look, I was like, I know we made progress and everything like that." He was like, "Then that's good," because like they was like, we can't knock that. That's good. He was like, "But y'all can't choose me." He was like, "I'm gay."
Right. That nigga said gay is white privilege. Like I'm choosing that today.
I'm choosing that today.
His defense and Allison's when she was going to talk about her white dad.
Yeah.
Those two killed me the most.
She was like, every time he gets mad, I think, okay, here we go.
Dog.
And then they finally was like, well, what about Clifton?
Yeah, Clifton. I'm like, to be honest, you already kind of felt like, I already felt like they was going to go on Clifton.
Yeah.
Like you knew it was going to fall.
Yeah.
You knew they was going to turn on Clifton.
They turned on Clifton.
Know what was going to make
and he was like, it can't be me. He was like, he
voted for Trump.
Well, before that, he said, what he said?
Yeah, it was.
Didn't he say like, he said something where I feel unsafe.
Yeah.
It was a lot of black. It was something black. It was like, I think because it was. What the fuck? I know the Trump thing, but that was the major one.
Yeah, those were the two that sort of sealed it. It was like he felt unsafe with like crowd of black. It was like something like that.
Like he said some trolls, but then he was like,
because he was really just talking about like I don't even be around. Like he was really just saying this. Like,
I voted for Trump. And then they were like, "Oh!" And he was like, "Twice."
Like,
but the funny thing is that didn't prove that really proved that he wasn't the blackest. But they picked him,
because it's like you like the Trump fan.
They were like, "Hey, I picked you because of that stupid shit."
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? Like, "Hey, you did that stupid shit." And you know what I'm saying? Clifton was like, "Hey, man, look, the game said the rules, and this is exactly what they wanted. Y'all gave it to what they want. He go out, then they get shot by the arrow."
Yeah,
you know,
at that point, I knew the plot twist.
Yeah, me too.
Like even when he was walking out, I said, oh, "Boy, you."
Yeah, and
you set all this up.
Yeah. So once he got shot, the door conveniently unlocked, and he said, "You know what? Now we going to sudden death. Now you just got to survive." You know what I'm saying? And so that's what
it was. It was 3 minutes to decide whether y'all gonna stay. He was like, y'all can decide to stay in the house, or y'all can leave. But they already knew. They already knew.
Now they had heads because like remember, one was like, we should make that run. The other one was like,
it was like it was literally like
it wasn't necessarily the side you're gonna stay. Well, it was, I guess also to stay in the house, but it was like you can arm yourself. You can to protect yourself.
But it's like it definitely felt like Civil War at that point. Like Marvel, like because them motherfuckers really debating on like going in and out.
Leave, do we go?
And then when old girl was like, "I'ma say it," they was like, "Nigga, don't say it." They were like, "I gotta say it." She was like, "Don't say it." She was like, "We should split up."
That's like you do it, like dog. That's why, like, but that's what it was. Even at that moment where I realized, like, they have been together everywhere.
But
like
you
they
know what's
really
funny?
stayed. Like
it makes more sense that the half and half chose it. The mixed shit, because she was like, "That's your white side."
What's also funny is that even when they split up, they still stuck together. They didn't split up. Everybody go single. They still was like, we gonna split up." But we gonna be together.
Yeah, like we the runners, we the motherfuckers in there, right? So they immediately, so when they choose to split up and everything like that, then
that's when everybody start arming up.
Yeah.
Bro, we saw King really had his gun.
right.
Well, King we didn't see it until the end, until when he had to go get it. Remember, he didn't really.
Oh no, he didn't have to go get it. Yeah. Right,
he didn't have to go get it at first. So everybody was arming up, but then what ended up happening when the TV came back on, you saw Morgan running.
Yeah.
The shit, she made her escape because they were going to kill her, right? So she made her escape and she running up the door stairs and you hear her banging on the door. So we like, oh shit, she in the basement.
Which I love that scene too.
Yeah,
because they was playing the telephone like
they was
from watching the camera, from watching the camera.
One person was saying it was going through and everything.
He's
like
behind you, girl. And it was like, tell her he's behind her. They're like, he's behind you.
I'm about to throw up. Oh, I'm about to throw up. And then, so when they couldn't get the door open, that's when King reluctantly was like, "Fuck," went in there, got his pistol. They're like, "Oh, nigga, you did got the pistol." He's like, "Hey, shut the fuck up, bro."
Right.
Which I like. Again, same black trope. Like, nigga, hey, shut up, nigga. We got shit we gotta handle.
Bro, that shit. That's what he was like. That's because that's when he was. Because he hit him. Did he get shot? Did King get hit first? With the arrow or after the arrow?
After the door opened.
When the door opened.
When the door opened, he got shot with an arrow.
Yeah.
Is that when he got the gun though?
Yeah, no,
he got the gun. That was how they were trying to shoot the door
open. The door open when they were trying to save Morgan. Because what happened was when the door finally did open,
it wasn't nobody.
It was old boy, and he shot the arrow again, and King got shot in the same
spot. Fell like
in the same spot again.
But that shit was like that because that's what I was trying to remember because I remember when Nambi grabbed the gun and Clifton like turned his head like shooting it wrong like
Well, yeah, because that's when he got shot. When he got shot again, it dropped and everything like that.
Yeah.
Yep. And then, like I said, they were shooting and they couldn't. And they closed the door on him, and they end up stabbing the.
They stabbed him in the foot. Yeah. So they got and that was. Cause that's what I said. Was that before the split?
That's all prior to the split.
Right. Cause right there. Yeah. Okay.
That's why everybody saw the blood on the. Blood in the Timberland boot.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie. That was the next thing. I was like, bro, that's the black killer. Just because it was a Timberland boot. I don't know what. I was just like, bro, that's the black.
Tim's was coming. I didn't even realize that it was a Tim. It was Tim.
I didn't either at that time. I didn't either at that time.
But they did say that because then later they was like, it's two different. Everybody wearing Tim's. Yeah. I forgot. I didn't even think about they had Tim's. You know, Warjo was like, we could just use any. Get some Tim's.
Right.
Like we can use any boots. It's just a boot. Like get some Tim's.
So then it cuts to them outside running around because while they're running around outside, like I said,
they make the split. There's King, old girl, and
Shanika King and Allison.
Allison, right? And Allison is tripping because
she was also on. I think Molly.
I think it was on Molly or
no? She was on.
She told her it was she told her it was
Oxy, right?
No, because I remember
she was actually having.
She was actually acting.
But she told her it was Tylenol. Remember, she also got hit.
Yeah, she got hit.
When he pulled.
Oh yeah, it's supposed to be the painkiller.
Yeah, when she pulled. Yeah, when she pulled the dart out of King's back.
Yeah, she stabbed herself.
She stabbed herself,
which was a wild thing. I mean, something you really don't add in movies that you like. Okay, I didn't see that coming.
So yeah,
then she would like you because everybody was like, "What the fuck happened to you?"
Right. Everybody.
Wait, but was she off of Oxy or Adderall? I thought it was Adderall.
She told her whatever she told her. It was actually Oxy.
Yeah. Okay.
It was actually Oxy.
I thought it actually was Adderall.
I thought it was Adderall.
That might have been what she told her. Cause I think she was looking for painkiller and she was like, "Girl, you took the Adderall."
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, she took the. Yeah, she was looking for painkillers.
Because I remember whatever it was. That's what I said. That's why I thought it was Adderall. Because I remember when they said it, they had like the visual pop up of her looking at it.
Yeah, she
and
might
she
have
like
told
break
her,
it
girl,
down.
you took the Adderall, and then as she started tripping, she's like, "Ooh, that wasn't the Adderall."
yeah. Because at that point, King was like, because he was like, "Yo, I need something as well," and he was like, "This is what you gave me," and she was like, "Oh shit,
yeah."
So you know what I'm saying. So when they out, she was like, "All right, I think I see houses. I can make it across this lake.
I see I'm gonna swim."
Yeah, and because remember they end up losing old girl.
Well, she stopped. She like, y'all just gonna leave me.
Yeah.
She was high as a motherfucker.
And King, he was like, well, fuck it, I'm a hop up on this tree. So as she's swimming, the villain comes, and you know what I'm saying. So they're like, all right, well, fuck it, we're gonna have to fight.
Yeah, because he didn't see King in a tree, so he was
King
really just shooting at her in the water. And it's still funny because it's like I think what I love the most about this movie is that when danger arises to the black people, no one actually does like the scream queen.
Yeah.
Like when the arrow went past, she looked back like motherfucker. What the-" Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't even like, oh shit.
Even the trouble of when she popped back up, she like, niggas, you shooting at me?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like it wasn't like I'm scared. It was really, she really like, this nigga got the audacity now. Like
even King, when he jumped down and fell on him, he was like, all right, fuck it, we got a box, and the nigga swung him. He said, oh, you can't fight. Nigga said, oh, you can't fight. I'm about to beat your ass. You know what I'm saying? Fine on him, you know what I'm saying? And then just like a black person, nigga called a Charlie horse.
That Kool-Aid. They kept saying it. They drinking that fucking Kool-Aid. Nigga, they like, you don't get a fucking Charlie horse, man. That's why I knew that was. I was like, when is this gonna happen? Because
that Kool-Aid was hell. Nigga go to Charlie horse.
Every time a nigga sipped the Kool-Aid, they're like, boy, you gonna get a Charlie horse, man. That's why I was like, when is this? I was like, when is this gonna happen? I'm like, this gonna happen now. You know what I'm saying? It has to happen.
The fact that they set it up to pay off so well.
And that's when I was like, bro, she was like when what's the name came back out of hiding with the Rambo.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, bro, what the how high are you?
She was gone as a bitch.
Like which was a random. That's why I said like, this movie was so good because it was like that was just such another random like. You that high that now you finna put Wolverine claws on it?
She had Wolverine claws.
Like, what is going on here, dog?
She poked that nigga up. We get the first mass reveal.
Yeah, because remember how they ended up killing them was the when King dropped down, the crossbow sort of flew away.
Yeah,
and we didn't see Shanika pick it up.
No.
Oh yeah.
And so once they emerged, we realized that that was the white dude from the
from the gas station.
Now at that point, I did realize. I said he don't got blood on his boots. I did realize.
I didn't see that, so I didn't. It wasn't until they visually said it. I was like, oh, it is two of them.
So I'm like, okay, there's a second one. I assumed that it was the cop at that point.
Oh, Officer Whitey.
But that's because Officer Whitey showed up the next scene. Yeah, like when they said double, when they said two people, he was literally like there. You know what I'm saying?
And then so what?
Because he appeared at the door, like y'all. You know what I'm saying?
When I noticed the boot, I assumed it was him, right? So when they went to the next scene to show him, I said, "Oh yeah, we about to get the reveal." And then even when she found the mask and when he got out, I said, "Oh, I thought it confirmed that it was him." It wasn't until he got shot in the neck. I said, "Oh shit, it wasn't him."
Officer White was hilarious.
Yeah, he was really hilarious. Though. I forgot what show he's from.
He was on. Was it Drew Carey?
He's Drew Carey. Drew Carey,
and when all those
yeah. But it is Drew Carey. That's what I remember. Like I used to watch Drew Carey show.
Me too. So when that happened, and then they cut to the other scene, right? So that's when they.
But I definitely didn't think it was him. When the mask was in the car, I was like, it ain't him. Yeah, I was like, but I knew he was going to, because he was beating on the door so hard. I was like, you finna die. It really ain't him.
I never suspected him. I was like, he was just too funny.
I did. I
thought he was gonna be like, again in the beginning where I said I thought the old motherfucker at the gas station was gonna give us the trope. I thought he was gonna give us the trope when they saw him there. What are you doing out here? You know, like I thought he would have been like, oh well, you know, most people don't come out here because we have issues at the time. You know what I'm saying? Like I thought he was gonna give them the little
the
scared thing. You know what I'm saying?
So yeah, and then we go back to the house. Because that's when they have to deal. They still dealing with the person that's chasing after them,
right?
Yeah, that's when they realize. Yeah, they think they don't realize it's too.
They don't realize it's too. They just thinking he decided to come after them instead of going towards the people that ran.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So when they get there and everything, so then
they was the choices of the weapons.
This was the funny part, because that's what it was like when he killed the cop. They had to all get out the. Remember, they was in the police car.
Yeah.
So they had to all get out the car. And remember, that's when they left Dewayne.
Yo, yeah.
They was like, leave me. They was like, thank God. And they hit it. And he was like, she was like, I don't think he really wants to leave.
Because he was like, he was like, leave me. So they ran. They hit up in a vent. You know what I'm saying? So why is he patrolling? Like I said, he was like, I was just joking, right? So we think he gone, whatever, like that.
Yeah, we definitely thought he died. Like I'm like, damn, y'all didn't kill this nigga.
We thought that nigga was
I
dead.
know he might come back, but I didn't think he was gonna come back as soon.
Yeah.
Like I thought he was gonna be I'm like, y'all just said this nigga to be the hero now. Like he finna really
to the bad guys. Give him some props, like the way that he found, because everybody was hiding in the house at this point.
He turned off the
signal. He turned off the signal blocker.
The signal blocker.
And everybody's notification comes. So as he's walking up towards the to where they're at, where you hear, then you hear one also soundtrack on here. I fuck with the soundtrack. That I Can't Stand the Rain for whatever reason. Good. Same trope. When you play an old school version of a song, or like the slower version,
we loving that.
I love that shit. So like this one was I Can't Stand the Rain.
Yeah, we love. I love. Yeah.
So when the villain here, when he hears it, he goes to try to find the sound, and that's when we see Dwayne pop back up. He's like, "Nigga, y'all left me." He was like, "You said us leave." He's like, "Nigga, I was joking." He's like, "Let me get the nigga."
But he was mad. He's like, "I see you gonna pick this bitch. You gonna pick this nigga over me." Like you heavy ass. You just ran your heavy ass over with this nigga. Like,
but
dog,
but also what goes back to like the tropes of like how they said it. But remember he said earlier, he was like, man, he said, when I get nervous, I throw up.
Oh yeah.
So as the guy's getting closer to him, he's getting nervous. He keep on heaving.
Yeah, they like keep it together. You know what I'm saying?
He's like, I'm trying. And so when he finally finds him, that's when he throws up on him, makes him fall down the stairs.
And what the fuck?
Yeah,
he was really bad.
So
when the killer, you don't know what they really do with that.
Yeah. So then they finally regroup. You know what I'm saying? And that's when Dwayne and them when the King and them tell them like, yo, there's two of them. They were like, we killed them. They were like, all right, well, fuck it. We got to make sure like we go after them. And then that's when old girl, she has her black woman moment.
Yeah.
Because like I said, everybody they lose it because they shoot him with the arrow, and we think he's done because old girl.
He was clearly the more.
Old girl came back.
Oh yeah,
he was clearly the more armored of the two.
Yeah.
She shot him with the arrow. They have that moment where they talking. You know what I'm saying, bro? He's apologizing to old girl for being a shitty boyfriend, and then he's apologizing to Dwayne. You know what I'm saying? But then they cut him off like, nigga, this is not the time. Again, black trope again. Where when we watch these scary movies, when they have those moments when they run and they like, oh baby, I love you.
Yeah.
You like, nigga, now is not the time.
It's not. And it was funny because it really was like, well, we not here for this.
We not here for this.
Nobody here for y'all shit
but
right now.
Also like Dwayne, like, why you cut him up during my apology?
Yeah, that was the funny part.
Like,
they let him get all through Lisa's, and then when he gets to Dwayne, why I gotta get cut off?
Like, why you cut him off during my apology and shit like that? You know what I'm saying? So like we have that moment in regards to that. Then we get horror trope again.
Bro get back up.
Bro get back up. You know what I'm saying? But then black girl. You know what I'm saying?
And what made that even funnier? Because remember they was already coming at her choice of picking the candlestick.
Yeah,
remember?
From the beginning.
From the
beginning. And I forgot about the goddamn was the cayenne pepper there?
Yeah.
The cayenne pepper in the beginning. She was like, "What you want me to cut?" What's
because they choices of weapons was like different. That was definitely odd choices. But she beat the brakes off that nigga with that candlestick.
I mean, he was down already, but she was like, "Nigga, you got to stay down."
Yeah, to the point where nobody wanted to grab that mask. From the throw up in the house, she beat there. They was like, I ain't gonna. They didn't even want to get the wallet.
And it was like, that was not you, big strong dude.
All right, and so when they get it, it's the same ID. Oh no, it's the same face, but then you realize like, oh shit, that picture from the beginning, there was twins. There was two of them.
Oh yeah, well they saw,
right?
Yeah.
So, but you know what I'm saying?
And then I think he had the list too in his pocket of like all their names.
Right.
And the price, that's when they realized that somebody was paying them to kill, paying them to kill them.
And then so when they go down there and the TV turn back on, they're seeing. They like, oh shit, okay, this is part of the game again.
Yeah.
But then they realize that it's Clifton. They're like, oh shit, when we walk past. But King and Allison have the same kind of. They're like, yo, if who was controlling them? Remember, they get locked back down there again.
Yeah, the door locked. That's when they try to get to the.
Clifton wakes up. So you know what I'm saying. So when Clifton wakes up, he does the whole reveal, tells his story, which I love that this whole thing was because he reneged in spades.
You're right. And it was at their game. It was like they all y'all revoked it.
And so that's why I said before you say that, the one thing I want to say that I was going to bring up earlier was like how he kept on giving them chances to.
He only gave him one.
No. Technically, because it was all about just how you guys made me feel. I feel like the Android thing. Even when he asked the Android thing, and everybody was like, "Oh man!" Like he was like the overreaction.
They really, like I said, they didn't know why this nigga was here.
Yeah.
So every time this nigga talks, because even the Android, because even when he got there, everybody else like for everybody else like, no, you out of luck, nigga.
The second moment when he asked for them to play spades, and they
remember that's what he said. That's when I realized that y'all over. It's over.
Yeah, no. I think he said he said it was when they sent them out. That was the one. So that was the third one. The second, like I said, the second one was when he was like, "Yeah, y'all teach me spades." They're like, "Nah." Like they threw him out. But the third one was when they was like the blackness. They didn't stick together, and they really just. He wasn't the blackest. They just chose him because they're like, "Yeah, you gotta go." So like that was like strike 3.
I mean, y'all really isn't what y'all had no love for me whatsoever.
And so when he was explaining the story, what I also like because like we don't realize how overly exaggerated we get with our critiques. Because he was like, yeah, they was like, I mean, it wasn't like, what I'm saying, you wasn't black anymore. He was like, no, that's exactly what you said. You told me that my black card wrote, you said kill yourself. Like, it was like all this shit.
And because you gotta remember, that was the twist of it though, was like the stress and all that happened to him there caused him to kill somebody
for real.
Like he had a driving accident.
He got drunk. That was the first time he got drunk.
Yeah,
and then he got behind the wheel.
And he had a DUI.
So he really, that's what I'm saying. Like it was like, so that's why like it's really funny because it was like this is like as a geek, you can tell you probably was a geek even then.
Yeah.
Like so it's the first time you get invited somewhere, you drinking, you think you amongst your people. That's what he was saying.
He was saying I was just happy to be amongst
nigga
people that look like me.
They took his whole blackness away. Like you are not black no more, my guy.
Not black at all.
If you think about it, as a motherfucker who would be like on your first time being drunk, all that probably is like emotional experience. That's probably traumatic.
Especially if you was an outcast this whole time and you because you got to think. This is
like
college.
You was solid until you reneged.
And you got to think, this was college. College is the time where a lot of people who in high school had it bad, you find you feel accepted. You join a fraternity. You find people like whatever happened from elementary to high school, it changes in college, right? So his story probably was all through grade school up until high school and everything. He was bullied and he got to college and people was more like, oh yeah, come fuck with us, bro. You know what I'm saying? Come to the kick out, man. You know what I'm saying? So he like, oh shit. I finally feel accepted, and that shit got taken away in the blink of an instant.
Like black card revoked.
He went crazy.
He took it, and that was so crazy because it's like it wasn't the fact that it was like it really happened, like your black card revoked, but you took it so hard that you did ruin your fucking life. Like it did ruin my life, nigga. Y'all taking my black card away made me ruin. I was crying, I depressed, I killed somebody, ruined my life. Like, and that was what I'm saying. So that was the twist because I was like, they did mention. I forgot they mentioned the murder, like the death earlier too. Yeah. But I forgot why.
Well, they were just talking about the party. They was like
to the point of them never knowing him. They didn't say that it was him who did it. They was like, hey, y'all remember Fam who killed somebody?
Because the thing I think that was the last time they was together, if I'm not mistaken. They was like,
it was all happened the same.
Yeah, they was like, oh, the last time I ain't seen you since. Oh yeah, the party, man. That party was crazy. Like that, they was talking about reflecting like that. And again, black tropes, we don't remember details. Like, oh yeah, hey, remember that one nigga that did the one thing?
Yeah,
like,
that's what. Yeah, it really
that's
was.
all it is. So it's like you don't even remember it unless you core group. And so it's like, you know what I'm saying. So it's like that was that.
Yeah.
So it was really just y'all niggas forgot about me.
It really was, and like, and like I've been here, like so. It is like I said, I knew when he got sent out, I was like, this nigga's definitely part of this. You know what I'm saying? Like when he got sent out, because even when he got shot with the arrow, the like I don't know if I'm just used to shit like that or seeing it, but it's like the way he kind of like took the arrow and like twisted and fell. I was like, you this fake. I was like, he's not really dead. You know what I'm saying? So I knew he was gonna come back as the bad guy. That's why I was like, but I didn't know why he was gonna be the like. I figured he was the bad guy because it's like y'all treating this nigga like shit anyway.
Right.
But I didn't realize that story.
The trope of it all leading from just reneging in spades. Was
great. Like that's what I'm saying. Yeah, because and it's funny because like we were talking about earlier with our tangent earlier, like spades is one of them. Like motherfuckers will like. I'm surprised we ain't heard a lot of black on black crime off of spades.
It probably is. You just off of a card game. That's all they say.
They just say something.
We've heard people fight all the time over spades and domino. There's people that won't play spades because of that. Matter of fact, this is hilarious, and I'll put our interview in here. Unfortunately, we only got audio, so I'm gonna put it with this review. But I asked them specifically. I said, I gotta ask you, do you know how to play spades?
He said he knows how to play.
He said he knows how to play, but he said he don't play. He said because I don't need that type of toxicity in my life. This is what Dwayne said, the writer of it. And it's like it is that. You got to think, bro. Like think about how many times if you say that there's certain movies that you don't see that like the reaction is nigga, what you ain't seen, what?
Right, yeah,
bro. Like you know what I'm saying, and that's what this whole movie's about. This movie's about your blackness and everything. Because,
and then, like I said, it was like the whole concept and trope of the movie is all black. Like it's all like you're saying.
The fight at the end when they fighting for basically you got to fight to live.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
bro. When Shanika, first Dwayne and Clifton, they fighting. Yeah. It's too dark to see.
It's too dark to see.
She like, Dwayne, I don't know which one you. Hey, say something gay. He's rude.
That is rude.
But that also,
she was like, but it worked. She's like, all right, bah.
But that's we got to go a step before because we got to go back to the callback to the eyeball thinking.
Oh, yeah.
When Clifton made him show, like made him like you gotta talk to Lisa.
Yeah, he's talking to Lisa.
You gotta choose somebody else to die, and everybody started looking at each other. Yeah. Wait, no, was it
first? She
Dwayne looked at.
First, her and Shanika, they started looking at each other because they having their conversation.
They're having their conversation in their head.
Dwayne look at Namdi and he like sort of
He said, "Do you trust me?" Because remember, it's the callback to what old girl said.
Oh
and
yeah.
He like, "Do you trust me?" He like, "All right, you go low, I go high." He like, "What? You go low, I go high. We gonna take him out."
Because Namdi
know he was doing. He like, "Are we doing this?"
Yeah, had the realization like, "Oh shit!" And then that's when Dwayne, he like, "Oh shit."
No. The way because he let them get it all the way out. Yeah, and as they talking,
Namdi had realization. Like, "Oh shit!" And then he looked at Clifton.
He looked at him. He's like, "Did you hear all this?" He said, "I sure did." And he lost. He's like, "You lost the one thing you had."
You like
the element of surprise.
Like that's what made it funny because it was like you would think Clifton would know, but he's like, "Nigga, I am black, nigga. I am black. Like I am black, bro. Like y'all not gonna do this in front of me. Like I'm not black. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you know what I'm saying?
Because that's what I said. Because it felt like that's what I said with the Nabi part when Dwayne and Nabi did it. Because Nabi really was like, it was like you could tell it was the first time because it was the first time that happened to Nabi. He's like, what? He's like, are you really talking to me? Like, are we talking?
I feel like that's that realization. Dudes always be like, oh, girls got it.
Yeah,
you were like, no, it's also a black thing.
It's just a black thing.
Which also is hilarious because remember that was it goes way back to Key and Peele. Remember, Key and Peele had that whole sketch where it was like, can every black people hear? And he was like, but Obama was like, I'm here. He was like, Samuel Jackson, like everybody connected, like hilarious. Yeah. But so when he says that, and then so that's the fight. And when he says it, it gave her the confirmation to shoot the right person.
Right.
Right. Yeah. Because that's when the element of surprise went away. That's when King and cut the power.
That's when they
fixed the switch or whatever. You remember they turned the switch and cut the power off. So that's when it went dark.
Yeah. When it went dark and everything like that. And so then when she finally shoots him, they push him down the well that he was throwing everybody in. You know what I'm saying? But at the end, I mean, like say you hear his laugh again. So I don't know if
that was a weird thing too. Like I felt like I was like, you don't need to give me a 2. You know what I'm saying? I watch it. But you ain't coming back.
It depends on what they're doing.
What if they make it? What if he become like the stink meter? Remember when stink meter was
nigga? His spirit now too. But
cause I mean you could because you gotta think this was like the slashers blackening, so you could have him come back again and he's like a spirit now.
There's plenty reasons for your black card to be revoked.
Right, because now you gotta have it again. You also gotta do it where
you don't gotta be based
off
a game.
The exact same cast. It can be some of them people. They going back. Remember, all of them they came back for a reunion.
Right. And also, it's a lore now because remember, they're survivors. Yeah. And we've seen movies all the time where people revisit the survivor. Y'all hear about the College Hill bunch or whatever they did or whatever they call it, right? Because like I said, the hilarious part at the end, again, they did the horror movie trope of the survivors getting together, waiting for the police.
Yeah, like
police.
Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. That's funny.
They were trying to figure out what they're gonna do.
Yeah, because the question, that's what is funny because you saw that scene open up with them sitting around where you think the police coming, but they really are sitting there like, so how are we going to get out? Like, who do we call to get out of this?
Right. Because they were like, we black, they gonna blame it on us. Right. We got white people dead here. Dwayne did a whole outfit change. She's like, look, the news may be here.
He like, I got the perfect idea.
They were like, you change? He was like, hey, the news might be here, so I gotta be fresh.
The fact that they called the fire department. First I got high, called the fire department. and they still get black.
No, they got sprayed down, bro. I was like,
it's a hilarious way to end it.
They got sprayed. So, man, how many Eagles you giving this, man?
The Blackening was a 5, fam. I enjoyed it.
A 5 because, like I said,
a solid 5.
I laughed through and through. There wasn't one moment that I was like, all right, that's kind of corny. Like, I didn't have a corny moment. It was because it was meta. If it was corny, it was corny on purpose. You could tell it was
on purpose to be corny.
Yeah,
and they called it out and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Corny moment. There were corny moments, but like you said, right afterwards, it was, bro, what the fuck you doing?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I was gonna say. Like, it was really, because I don't want to say like it's the blackity black. You know what I'm saying? But it's really like it's just a really good black. It's a really good, like, especially for our time. And like I said, like you saying, like the tropes, the conversations, like it's very, very funny, relatable. Like if you got a group of friends, you can see your friends in this group. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you can see your people in this kind of group of shit.
I say it's the black movie that it feels authentically black because it don't feel like they were performing to be black.
No, it wasn't.
If you would have told me that, oh no, they just got a group of niggas together and just like, hey, we finna film y'all for a weekend.
Right, yeah.
The interactions felt like it was just that.
Yeah.
Like, yes, there was the story that
and it was, I just felt like it was perfect too because it flowed like if you stood this movie next to just another white movie where it's a group of friends, whatever, it flowed the same because that's how like when both parties get out to that cabin or whatever, it's party time.
Yeah.
So it flowed. It was just literally this black party. You know what I'm saying?
And also the fact that the black party was a Juneteenth party.
Yeah. Right.
We know we gonna get together for anything. Juneteenth. All right, we gonna have a weekend. Hey, nigga, listen.
So I think in that aspect of it, it was really like. It's just, to me, like, it was really just the comedy was over. And it really, because it's not scary. So as I said, if you're a fan of scary movies, if you're a fan of those, it was, and I call that like the filter now, because you can definitely tell like a scary movie, like than a scary comedy movie, because it's like they don't put as much effect in the darkness filters and scary, you know, so it's a lot more brighter.
Like, you have a few jump scares, but it's not really a horror.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I was like, I think if you're just a fan of those in general, this is definitely a homage. Like a great homage to an original take, because scary movie them always like was parodies. Yeah. So to be in a very original, this really is up there like with Meet the Blacks. So it was like a really great, like what in that same line of them.
Well, yeah, I mean, like I said, that's all from that Wayne's family house. I feel like this is a subgenre that they kind of really help uplift. I mean, Vampire in Brooklyn can be considered kind of in that, where the horror comedy elements. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to think like what other movies was in that, but like the Waynes definitely really like stamped that. They really stamped that genre.
Yeah. I mean, and as I said, I always still give them a separate one because like they really parody. Like they haven't given me. I don't really.
Well, but Meet the parody and Meet the Blacks.
Meet the Blacks was still.
That's from them too. Because Meet the Blacks is really a parody of whatchamacallit.
Yeah, but that's all Waynes, because the Waynes did Meet the Blacks, if I'm not mistaken. I think aren't they directors or producers on it or something like that? I could have swore they had some hand in Meet the Blacks. But
like I felt like even this, like I felt like this was still a parody.
Yeah.
It wasn't as heavy-handed of a parody. Like they weren't going to specific
because I mean this was like
properties.
This was because it was an original parody, but it still grabbed its inspiration from any like Let's Play a Game hard. Yeah. Like it's really like a Let's Play a Game hard. Like, but they could have. It really. The fun thing about it was the fact it was a Let's Play a Game kind of horror, which because of black people, you couldn't make this movie split these niggas up.
Right.
So you had to really watch this as black people would be in a movie. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's really what I think if you ask anybody from watching this movie, like, do you really believe? If in a horror setting, like it's how black people will act, I'm like, I honestly believe that niggas ain't gonna want to split up. Niggas gonna be grouped together. It's gonna be somebody that you hope that had the gun. Like, I know you got this gun, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna be all that niggas who like. So that's why I said I feel like I really love the fact that it was that, because you can say when you think about older movies or just white versions of them, it's more of the school tropes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Where this was literally just like everyday black people, like being black people. You know what I'm saying?
Like I said, I forgot, like Leprechaun in the Hood was one. Tales from the Hood, like
Tales from the Hood, Leprechaun in the Hood. Like Leprechaun in the Hood is probably the most original to me.
It is.
Some shit going on there. Tales from the Hood too.
Yeah, but like I said, those are those ones. Like,
but those are really hard. Like, I don't really feel like those were like comedy hard.
But I don't know, man, because I rewatched Leprechaun in the Hood before, and
Leprechaun in the Hood was comedy.
It was a whole lot of comedy.
No, but I think it was supposed to be just straight up horror.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's when you go to IMDb, they list it as horror comedy.
Okay.
I mean, I believe so, because I think it's the same reason why they listed Is it? I think because one of the Freddy's is horror comedy.
Okay.
I can't remember which one. It's whatever one that he really. It's
the one he say bitch a lot in.
I think it's either the Dream Warriors one or the one after. Because it was ever the one when they realized Freddy was going to that route of not being scary no more.
But the reason why, like I said, Leprechaun in the Hood, again, it's in the hood. It's a lot of black tropes in there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know
as far as the black trope, yeah.
There's a lot of Ice-T was the main one of the main characters in that bitch, and he wasn't like New York Undercover Ice-T. That nigga was literally like Ice-T parody.
He was
Joe. Like the Leprechaun started a record label. Like nigga, like that's what happened.
That's what I'm saying. Like, but that's what I said. That's what I was like. That was like over the top.
We're gonna go into a tangent.
Yeah, we gotta go to a tangent. I mean,
But you know what? We can actually end it there. I do want to know, what do y'all think? One, how many Eagles are y'all giving this episode? I mean, not episode, this movie. Two, where do you place it in the black horror comedy genre? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, Scary Movie 2, Meet the Blacks, you know, Leprechaun in the Hood, all those. Like, where are you putting it in? And also,
it's hard to put on a list, but I mean, I definitely, not to put it on a list, but I wouldn't.
I'm definitely going to go back and revisit.
And that's why I'm putting it to them, because they're going to start, you know, the people in the comments, they'll start listing movies and lists and stuff. Like, give me y'all five. Give me y'all five. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. But as always, this is the only podcast that blend hip hop culture and geek culture together. And we are out.
Peace.